Hello and welcome back to another drone edition. This week we're going to be covering what you could call lightweight drones. In this video we're going to broadly cover the DJI's Mini 3, Mini 2 SE and Avatar, as well as Autel's Evo Nano Plus and Nano range, giving you an insight into things such as capability, legislation associated with them, flight times, smart features, compatible accessories. You get the idea. So without any further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start with the lightest and work our way up. First off is the DJI Mini 3, 2 SE and Autel Nano Plus, all coming in at 249 grams. That's right, 249 grams. I couldn't believe it myself, and when I got my hands on one, I still couldn't believe it, and I have to admit, they do feel flimsy, but after flying the Mini 2, it holds itself really well in the air, responds as you'd expect, and can't be faulted. Given because of the weight, they're sat in the A1 category as it stands. So this was DJI's answer to the CA's introduction of the mandatory registrations of drones over 250 grams. However, the CA has also stated that even if the drone is a toy but has a camera, you are still required to register and obtain your operator ID, ultimately giving you your A1, A3 permissions. If you sat there wondering, yeah, but what's the point? It's actually a good way for you to learn the fundamentals of safe and legal drone handling. After all, you bought these to have fun with them. The last thing you want to do is endanger others as a result of your reckless flying, let alone the hefty fines and the police who can come down on you. The DJI Mini 3 and Mini 3 Pro are the latest in the line of sub 250 gram drones. I say the latest, they have the highest quality of the Mini range. The Mini 2 SE is actually the latest, but we'll touch on that in a second. Starting at £519 for the standard model, I don't think it's that bad overall. It offers a huge 34 minutes of flight time, which is a long time if you think about it, 48 megapixel stills camera, 4K HDR at 60 frames a second, and quick shot modes. So these are Droney, which is that flying away rising shot, Helix, circles around you as a subject rising upwards, Rocket, goes straight up, keeping you in center frame all the way through, Circle, nice simple orbit, and Boomerang, where it flies an arch up and away and back down, as you can imagine, like a boomerang. The 3 Pro also offers master shots, where you select your subject and the drone will execute a series of pro maneuvers to generate a short cinematic clip afterwards. This little beauty is suited for travelers, being able to capture all those Insta-worthy shots, especially with its smart function of being able to rotate the camera at 90 degrees. Maximising your quality for the reels and shorts, obviously for your mobile device. To make things even better for you aspiring influencers or vloggers, DJI's Quick Transfer app allows you to quickly transfer your data to your phone and drop it into Lightcut, which allows for quick and smart editing right on your mobile device. Again, making it easier to edit and create right at the end of your fingertips without having to invest in computers, software, and the headache of learning how to edit. The DJI Mini 2 SE is the latest Mini range, starting at around £300. It's under 249 grams, 31 minute max flight time, 23 mile an hour wind resistance, and it's got flight tutorials for beginners, so real-time flying with tips on the screen, which guides you through how to actually fly it, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It's still got the same quick shot modes of Droney, Helix, Rocket, Circle and Boomerang, and it also has Lightcut. It's got 12 megapixel stills and 2.7 video with a 4x zoom, so it's slightly reduced, but it's got slightly different features as well. With this, there was a little bit of a rattle amongst the hobbyist community due to the price increase from the Mini 2 to the 3, but given the amount of upgrades and features, you can probably see why. The introduction of the 2 SE was probably to bridge that gap for those who wanted good HD footage but without breaking the bank. So I've used both the Mavic Mini and Mini 2 on commercial jobs, and it is certainly a great tool for it. Being able to fly indoors, and I think more importantly, if you need to carry your kit for long periods or up hills, etc., having that in your kit bag is certainly a must. I've used it when filming Walking with the Wounded, their fundraiser Walking Home for Christmas, and the output of the quality is unbelievable for the size. I can't vouch for it enough. On to Autel now. So DJI brought out their Mini range. The Evo Nano and Nano Plus is Autel's answer to that. Key features include it's sub 249 grams, 4K at 30 frames a second, 3-way obstacle avoidance, which on a small drone like that, if you're going to put it in tight places, is absolutely fantastic and quite key. 28 minute flight time. The Nano has a 1/2-inch sensor for 48 megapixel stills, and the Nano Plus has a 1/1.28 inch sensor for 50 megapixel stills. And it's actually got quite a resistant wind rating of 23 mile an hour. Their smart feature of Sky Portrait will automatically raise the drone to include everyone in the picture, automatically burn out the background, thus giving you the ultimate selfie, or drone, whatever you want to call it. So Similar to DJI drones, the Nano has track me modes, fade away, rocket, orbit and flick, all giving you those cinematic shots that can be thrown into their Movie Master app to speed up editing process, allowing you to share your media within minutes. In addition to this, you can record the ground audio through your smart devices should you wish to add voices or ambient noise to your videos, which again is a nice another little layer to add to your video. Last but by no means least, the latest FPV drone on the market, the DJI Avatar. What a thing. Having recently got to grips with it, hand on heart, I can certainly say it is a fantastic piece of kit bringing hours of fun, especially on DJI's own virtual flight simulator. Enabling flight practice without risking the drone, burning through batteries, and I'm currently using it to get used to how the drone reacts, the controller works, and all that before going live with it in a big open field or the beach. It weighs in at approximately 410 grams. It's lightweight and it takes over the A1 category in the CA's eyes, but thought I'd include it anyway. This will actually sit in the A3 category. The majority of the weight is actually in the battery itself, which offers 18 minutes in the hover, but obviously the more you send it around the sky, the quicker you're going to burn through the batteries. As standard, it comes with the motion controller, which is a very different way of flying, but, big but, it is good. Never thought I'd be saying this, and at first I was actually against the idea as I'm more of a stick man, but really this controller allows for new users to get used to flying FPV in a very intuitive way. And then you can swap over to the normal controller and really go for it once you're comfortable. For beginners, this is a great way to get into it. DJI have now released new goggles and a new motion controller, which opens up a whole new world of flying. So with this motion controller here, you are limited to what movements you can or can't do, as the case may be. You can't fly backwards, you can't yaw, and climbing and descending is a little bit difficult, but with the new controller, it allows for all of this, with the introduction of a small joystick and a trigger that is two-way and allows you to change between flying forwards and backwards. But I'm sure we'll touch on this in a later video. Accessories available here from us at Scan include the flight controller, spare props, top shells, main bodies, frames, ND filters, batteries, for both the drone and goggles. We even offered backpacks as well for carrying your kit around. So, as you can see, there are several lightweight drones options when it comes to drones. There's no such thing as a beginner drone because they all offer very similar capability in terms of their smart features, obstacle avoidance, flight time, and camera quality. As I've always said, drones are easy to fly. Mastering the movement is the hard part. I can appreciate some of you will have different preferences when it comes to the drones, your own budget, limitations, or even the colour for Autel. And it's not just DJI or Autel that has drones on offer, as you can see. I just wanted to shed light on what's currently available under the A1 classification. So, as always, if you have any questions, please do reach out. It's what I'm here for. And we'd also love to hear your thoughts and see your comments down below. Until next time, I'll catch you later.